So.
Yeah, usually it's a sweep response. Not sure what happened on that one. Oh, counter hit. Tried to check the drive rush. A little bit too late on that one. Higuchi does.
But that's not going to be enough to kill. So that's another risk. I'm so fascinated by these burnout situations.
Wow, he's not even trying to test the reaction. He said, I'm going to dash up, hit you with buttons.
This is possible. This is highly possible.
Most definitely. He's dragging him to the corner here.
Oh, he's close to the wall.
Oh, this is okay. This is okay, though. Yeah, because he's going to get...
Yeah. There's nothing he can do. Oh!
He's bringing out the bag.
The tea bag!
Oh, shot in Japan?
He's bringing out the bag.
We ain't biased nowhere. It ain't victory without the victor.
これでドライブリード。バックステがうまい。バックステ。さらには後ろ投げ。足をやっぱり抜けるが。繋がらない。展開が早い。投げ2つ。
Oh, one more combo.
ジャスト。それでも金のジャストパリ。それでも歯を食いしばって。これで位置がもう一度入れ替わった。ドライバー少ないブラスだが。
One more hit. Kobayan knows. Kobayan knows.
うまく中足を。
Oh, he made a huge mistake. Wait, it's not gonna kill. Oh, it is. Oh my God, Kobayan. What a mistake. He had the opening. I cannot believe the way Blas is using sweep as his footsie tool, you know? You can actually get close to chip.
橋原も下手にやるとか3ゲージ怖いですよね。でもうまい。しっかり急停止。
Oh my God, the fireball hit him. Did you see that? Oh! Where's the whiff punish? What? He did the fuck. Oh man, ISDD, thank you so much for the raid. GG's earlier. And yeah. Welcome everyone. Let's see if we can actually make the comeback. Oh, got him. This is gonna be extremely difficult to do. You can go for the full thing, by the way. Okay, that was 4. No! 7. I got 7 again. Ah, God. No! I swear to God, number 8 is faster than the rest. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like number 8 is faster than the rest. Oh my god. I got the full thing. And I told you guys, hit number 8 trolls you. Because it's actually way faster than the rest. Holy shit. This is difficult. Jesus. How long did that take me? That took me like, what, 2 hours to get once? Oh, was that a bait? Okay. I'm just freestyling at this point. Oh man, this is great. Wow, what the hell? People in the US, they just don't have a good reason to speak another language. Oh wow, what a whiff punish. That should be it. That should be it.
And it's enhanced. Not quite.
No, not quite. Oh, oh.
Yes.
Oh, is that good enough? Can he kill? He can. That's gonna kill. Wow, what a comeback.
Come on, Vic.
走るの？
まだ行く。ドライバー少ないが。
チー違うあれか。
行かせて。
投げ前外に下がった。
好きな。
ちょっとやりにくい。
ここで。
It's not gonna kill.
これ残る判断でしなかったですね。はい。
両者パウント。グー一本。
投げに？
これは？
ナイトメア。
Not good enough.
うわー、どこなの？落としている。
Oh. It doesn't even have a conversion. Oh, that's the amnesia.
On the wake up to just throw off the dive kick entirely.
Oh, good whiff punish. Oh, oh wow! I've never seen that. Oh, actually, the fan messed up the combo.
I love this attitude, the way they play. It's like, yo, forget the
Whoa!
right now. You can kind of sense this.
Wild match so far.
Respectfully, I'm gonna take this drive impact sets. Really
Wow, what a round. There we go.
He was definitely within range to at least DP.
throw the jump arc off.
Oh, yeah, that was expertly spaced. Got the level 2.
Honestly, he's still alive though, so that might be dangerous.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, like they're both spending because
Over 16th, baby.
This is gonna be tough. Yeah, you are in danger.
Oh, wow, what?
セット目はかなりゴリゴリ攻めてきたブラズでした。わあ、変にジャスパーで対応。運びコンボ。運び。
ステップ下段
That was fantastic, Oki.
チミが入ってしまった
That was fantastic. Wow.
大ダメージ
投げ。
Something I should be copying.
あ
Domination. Like just input practice doesn't really happen that much once you've been playing for many years, you know, because that's not usually what you're struggling with.
さまざまなリサがありますね。
ールートは
Split screen streaming. Yes, I woke up early for this.
っていう感じでしょうか。
打ってきた
Oh.
反撃はできない
I mean, it was safe at least for Punk.
東を警戒。
ドライブがストライクいいバウンドした
Oh. Oh.
オーディストライク
Oh.
どうだろう
Oh my god.
Definitely, that's what he's looking for.
Next hit.
Okay, Yamaguchi, I see the game plan.
Is that really what he wanted? Maybe?
To get out of the corner.
This is bad actually for...
Now we good. All right, get those fans out of here. I'm the one that chucks the spinning projectiles here.
Oh man, Higuchi has... Oh wow, what a bait. 8 out of 8.
And the bazooka need to keep the charge was so sick, tagging for his
Oh wow, what? Oh, you're still in Istanbul, okay.
ジャスト。
Oh, Punk. I don't think that's gonna kill.
どうこれ。
That's not gonna kill. What are you doing?
シエです
That's not gonna kill. He needed a reset. What are you doing?
そうだよね。ギリギ
おっと残った
リ10ぐらい。
Oh!
Son.
Adam and Flame into the level 2. Are we close enough for the juggle? The
Yeah, he's close enough for the juggle here, so that's good.
Adam and Flame.
Oh, is that it?
But that was a full on.
Yeah, that is it.
Nice.
Oh wow, optimal. He didn't need to spend the level 1. What?
Nice.
Oh, he missed it though.
Should have just went for the jab with the
Yeah, you cannot do that against Modern.
something he's missing, the jab cycle crusher.
Oh wow, what a pickup.
Scissors, what? Neutral jump on that.
Oh my god, he died. He just died.
Offense started. Crouch media but shuts it down.
Oh no, he didn't have super. But wow, still got it. I don't think that coaching is that big of a deal. Because at the end of the day, the players still have to play and there's nobody holding their controllers. They still have to make their decisions on the fly here.
前に行くしかしそこに大爆が吹かれるアウトはしていますが
And Punk can always switch it up, you know? Maybe it's part of the plan to have like some kind of tendency that he wants to show.
突然やってきた
That's not gonna kill, right?
まだ。
That's not gonna kill.
地下で行ったが
Oh wow, but so close.
残った
Oh wow, that did a ton of damage.
Pretty much brings those fans back to normal.
love that early
This is really strong. Like the bubble that splits like that, and you get a back throw like this. Really strong every time.
Makes a lot of sense too. You want to win that.
But right now it's Fan City, you know.
Mad Mai started. Oh,
Wow, what an anti-air. That was last second.
sniping out for the punish counter. I see you, coach. Oh, don't press. He's gonna press first. All right, kick it back and relax. Yamaguchi playing this a small way.
Oh, double perfect parry to ODDP. Shinakuma. Let's see how hard he's gonna kick my ass. Because I forgot how difficult this one is. We're gonna play the fireball game against him. Of course he gets free double fireballs in the air. I should not be challenging with fireballs, right? Oh, we got a knockdown. Let's go. Oh, he's called the true Kuma. Do you see how fast this is? Wow, I can react to it, even though I'm almost full screen away. Oh my god, okay. I should not be playing the Fireball game against this. Okay, that's bad. Okay. So, yeah, plus, right? Okay, we got the jump in. Gonna grab him here. Of course, you can just jump out of it like that. Okay, again, okay, we're just gonna jump in until we win. He has full invincibility on that teleport. It's unbelievable. Still alive. Still alive. Still alive. I'm completely stuck in the corner right now. I can't do anything. What do I even do? I swear to God, he's gonna time me out like that. Oh my god, did you just see the grab range? What am I even supposed to do there? You can't, like, I was locked in the corner. Oh man. No fear, no fear. Wow. That was ridiculous. But it's not good enough. But still, so close now for Blaz. Oh! Can he get the comeback? Chip, there's nothing you can do. Oh, what a drop! Wow, everybody like spaghetti all over the floor.
Oh, he's aggressive now. He's mad.
Yeah, slug it out with Philly. You got to. I said with Philly. Well, that's where he's from.
Yeah, no. It was accurate. It was accurate. 100%.
We were shaking our heads.
My man.
Back-to-back counter hits.
The teabag worked. Maybe you're right, honestly. Oh, wow, that was amazing.
Okay.
Oh, that was great by Yaguchi.
Fierce than anything. Ooh. Nice conversion. That's a throw and a half. No, goes for the overhead. Nice and meaty. Goes for the reset. Wow, that damage is piling up.
Whoa.
We gotta keep him honest.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness, and not pressing.
This.
It was really well timed. They call out the late button.
You see the Serpent Lash coming a lot more alongside the Nightshade pulse.
Uh-oh.
Purple's doing all the work right now. The poison taking down against Yamaguchi.
Oh! Oh! Look at this glowing effect. This should be like standard. Oh my god, what the fuck? What the? He knew I was gonna do that. I couldn't. Hey, what the? What the hell is this? Oh my god, I got obliterated. Invincible backdash. Obviously, he's got that as well. What, he just chipped me with that? What the fuck? Ow! Come on, dude. Let's go. Oh, no! He's actually got resurrection! Fuck my life.
You lose.
God damn it.
Indeed, man. My man pulls frames out of thin air.
Seriously.
You know, there's an interesting. Wow, Hope is absolutely demolishing Punk right now.
Lord, and the puddle, of course, just to add on to the damage. Here comes the dive kick. 100% is he looking for it.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, wow, perfect play.
applying pressure. No anti-air attempt. Tried the berry like.
Oh, this is
Shoot though.
I want to say a hopeless situation for Hope, but we'll see if I'm gonna get proven wrong.
Watch the shankles. Oh my God, he is going to catch that jump back next time. I promise you.
Oh, never mind. Maybe he can kill here.
Shout out to Mero.
Oh wow, he can. It wasn't hopeless. It was hopeful.
Torpedo.
Look what it is, yeah.
He said, I don't even know what he said for real. Overhead? No, not even. Oh, even better.
Oh yeah, that's gonna do a lot of damage. Level 3.
Even better. Oh yeah.
No, level 3, but he burned himself out for that damage.
Oh, he can't react though.
Oh.
He needs the bomb planted against Hope as well. Still maintaining the corner.
Oh, modern reactions.
Level 3, do not encroach into a space. Now it could have been a buffer, it could have been a confirm, but either way, that is a dead character. Who woke up with Roundhouse against Blaz after all.
Oh! You see, this is the DI that we're talking about. Like, sometimes we see these weird drive rush into DI options, you know? This is why. To get a punish on exactly that scenario.
He's playing the life lead game quite well. He's got the standing light kick punish counter. That has been the...
What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. I really hope you're having a fantastic... Let's see. It is Monday. Wow, it is actually already Monday. Crazy. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing better than me, to be honest. I've been, like, the last 2 days, I've been struggling with, like, symptoms of a cold, but I'm not even sure if that's really the problem. Been struggling a lot with my skin condition, and I think it might be part of it. I'm not sure yet, but yeah. I still don't feel great, but hey, a couple of hours of Street Fighter, maybe I'll feel better after that. Allergies, it's hard to say, to be honest. Like, I'm not sure. I went to the doctor today, actually, and he agreed that my skin condition looks horrible. I got some new meds about that. But maybe I'm just catching a cold, and it's just amplifying the issues with my skin, because that's often the case, so it's hard to say right now. But man, I'm here. Jimmy, since you're a developer, do you get tired of AI? Ryzen, good to see you. Raisin, is it Raisin? My German brain immediately tells me that's supposed to be Ryzen. Anyways. Raz Al Ghul, good to see you. Fabian, Raw 1780, Goryuka. Raisin, whatever, good to see you. Robin, how's it going? So yeah, do I get tired of AI? That's a good question. As a developer, do I get tired of AI? I think as a developer, you can take a lot of shortcuts nowadays when getting stuff done. And I have successfully taken a lot of shortcuts. I think what's interesting as a developer is that there are a lot of tasks that get so much quicker just from having AI be there. But then, like, sometimes what actually happens is you're like, oh, let me add this simple feature to my existing code, and like, you know exactly how you would develop it, you know? So you're basically like, okay, I know how to do it, but technically it's not that difficult. I can just prompt the AI to do it. And when you do that, sometimes you can get hilarious results where you prompt the AI and, like, it makes a silly mistake. And you're like, okay, that didn't quite work out. Let's fix it. Let me prompt again to fix the problem. And then it makes another silly mistake. And then you keep going, and by the time you're actually done with, like, coding with AI, or vibe coding, you're like, you know what? If I had just, like, written the code myself from scratch, it would have been like faster. So yeah. But overall, I'm gonna say like for the last year or so, like the direction and the code quality has definitely improved, you know, like dramatically improved. Okay, like let's be real about that. When I started trying out Cursor for the first time, I thought I was impressed, to be honest, by what it was able to do, but it would make a lot of mistakes, like really a lot of fundamental mistakes. And I feel like more and more we're getting to a point where you tell the AI what you want and it often nails it on the first try. The main problem is actually most of the time what you told the AI what you want is not 100% accurate, or it lacks nuance, like it lacks a more detailed description of how it should behave. So you keep prompting because you want a specific behavior to be changed or something like that, you know? Ross 78, I'm excited for 10 years of Street Fighter 6. Yep. Ivan from TW, good to see you. Yeah, like a lot of combinations have been, like a lot of stuff has been happening in the background, by the way. I'm finally at a point where my server, by the way, is restored. My NAS is functioning now as usual with all the data and everything. I can finally, well, work on YouTube properly again. And I set up everything properly now. The one thing that I'm really pissed off about, honestly, is I had a folder with video clips, like fail compilations and stuff like that, that I was like, that I wanted to make like fail compilations and other like content that I knew I was going to be making at some point, but I haven't had the time to do so. And I accidentally left out that folder when, well, restoring and deleting everything on the NAS. So that folder is unfortunately gone. It's a bit of a shame, but at the same time, honestly, a lot of the videos that I always wanted to make that I had like in that folder, a lot of the clips, a lot of that stuff has already been outdated, to be honest. So maybe it's not that bad to start from scratch when it comes to that. Also, like, you really notice how much data, like BS data, that you really do not need anymore. You really accumulated over the years, you know. All of a sudden, like, I have like at the moment, I have like 14, or let's say 11 to 12 terabytes of storage that I gained from that. You know, that's a lot of data, you know. Like, buying new memory right now is insane. I mean, technically, I know, by the way, like, the scenario that I had would have been much easier to resolve if I actually had the server upgrade, like the NAS upgrade that I wanted. But like, it's so painful to buy anything, like when it comes to hard drives or memory for a NAS. Like, the memory for the NAS, the memory modules for the NAS that I want for the upgrade, for like the NAS upgrade, just the memory upgrade costs as much as the NAS unit itself. It's mind-blowing. Okay, I don't like, no, let me see. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. No, let me check real quick. Okay, it's not okay. It's not quite as bad, but let's say I want the official. I don't want to take any chance, so I'm gonna take 16 gigabytes of RAM from Synology as an upgrade. How much does that actually cost? Okay, I found one seller on on Amazon who's selling a single 16 gigabyte DDR4 ECC memory for Synology. Okay, and it costs 750 euros. Yikes, okay? That is unacceptable. The NAS costs like around 1,000, okay, maybe 1,200 euros. It's crazy. What the hell? So yeah, like the by the way, the budget version of the RAM, like the 16 gigabytes module, is like 400 euros, I think. Let me see. Can I find one? I think I found a module at some point that is supposedly compatible. Yeah, 420 euros. Okay, so you could definitely save a lot of money if you don't go for like the official RAM, which is just insanity to buy from Synology at the moment. I had 4 Micron memory modules, 64 gigabytes in total. Then, considering my budget, I only upgraded to a regular Asus motherboard. Storage memory is so expensive these days. Luckily, my 11 terabyte enterprise grade HDD wasn't damaged. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I have an enterprise grade like HDD in my server. I just realized, like, okay, this should be better, right? No YouTube stream today. There is a YouTube stream today. What do you mean? War Speed Racer. What do you mean? Do you not see the stream? Is it not healthy? Oh, wait a minute. It's unlisted. Why is it unlisted? Wait, what? Okay, it's public now. What? Why was it unlisted? Okay, it was for some reason, it was there, but you couldn't see it. Now you can see it on YouTube, okay? Please give me some feedback for anyone who is wanting to watch on YouTube if it's actually there now. I built my PC over the summer of 2020 for about $500 to $600, then saved up for a GPU that was going for $300. So I got lucky. Yeah, Paul. Stick with it as long as you can, okay? I mean, DDR4 memory is not as expensive if you don't need very specific memory modules, okay? Like the ones that I'm looking for are like different ones that you would normally put in a PC, okay? Like first of all, it's ECC memory, and the form factor is a little bit different for a NAS. It's like a laptop memory modules, so those are obviously not sold as much as like regular RAM modules that you put in a normal motherboard in your ATX case, you know. So those are going to be more expensive. But Jesus, 750 euros for 16 gigabytes? Yeah, no thanks. Raul, good to see you. Yeah, I made a mistake. For some reason, I'm experimenting currently with the settings on YouTube because I heard I'm supposed to unlist the live stream after it's done, because if you do that, it'll actually have a positive impact on the channel. Not sure if that's actually true. I'm just experimenting right now. I guess we'll see. Let's play some Street Fighter. How about that?
comes a new challenger.
Sizer 21. Who's Sizer 21? And why is it my first opponent? That's my warm-up match, okay, guys? No. Yo, that was actually good. Who's that guy? Dark Sword. I know, some Smurf, of course, who I mean, some strong player who doesn't want us to know that he's currently playing Mai. I don't know. I don't really care about the outfit on Mai. She always looks hot, so I'm good. Even on Fightcade, the Smurf account spiked. So yeah. He's not a European player. How can you tell, Dark Sword? How can you tell it's not a European player? YouTube will boost your current platform, but it will be difficult for you to get noticed in terms of category. It's not very friendly to new streamers right now. I'm a new streamer.
Sup?
Good to see you, Low Life. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the 77 months. Hope you're doing great. Actually, I don't really care that much about the YouTube live stream numbers. They're all right as far as I can tell. What I'm concerned about is that supposedly it actually tanks visibility on normal videos. That is something I'm thinking about. Curry Glory is king. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, okay? My health at the moment, not so great. Also, last preparations to get my NAS back up and running to make YouTube content and everything, you know. I'm happy to report I'm finally at a point where I can confidently say I'm fully restored now. I lost some data, unfortunately, but we're back, you know. My skin condition is horrible at the moment, and it's actually causing other issues as well as a result, but hopefully I'll get that resolved soon. I went to the doctor today to get checked up on, and I got some new meds. Tomorrow I'll get those new meds, and then hopefully I'll be making some progress there again. But yeah, the last couple of days definitely have been a struggle, you know. I've definitely not been spamming the buttons enough, okay? That's something I can tell you. I could have killed him earlier. I don't know what I'm doing. What was the right combo there? Go! Ali, what's up? Good to see you.
最後に仕上げ苦しいですか
Dahlia Dies, what's up? All characters just want an aesthetic mod that changes them to the default costumes. Oh, he doesn't want to go again? Why not? What happened? Actually, let's do watch replay again because I definitely want to know what I could have done better there. What was the right conversion? It's been too long. Riggs on YouTube, good to see you. You have a NAS for YouTube. Is that common practice for YouTube people? It's not just for YouTube, but I guess it is and should be common practice. I mean, if you're producing video content on a regular basis, then you're gonna like accumulate a lot of footage over time. So then you really need to have a good way to handle well, a lot of data. You need to have a plan what to do when, well, a drive fails, for example, you know. I mean, technically you could just have a PC and then just have a drive, an SSD or a hard drive if you don't have that much data. Then you could pull it off on a normal PC and then have a backup somewhere. That does work, but I mean, I use the NAS not just for storage. That's how I started, you know, like actually I literally just used my NAS for storage for a long time. Then at some point I started, well, self-hosting a lot of services, you know. I discovered what, like, Docker, you know. And I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can host a lot of stuff myself. I don't have to pay a subscription for a lot of stuff. I can just do it myself. And yeah, that was like a happy like accident basically. For I was like, oh wait, I didn't get the NAS for that, but might as well just use it like that, you know. But yeah, I mean, if you're like, I mean, this is my business, okay? And at some point I was like, okay, it just doesn't cut it to put everything on a hard drive or an SSD and then just hope it just never dies. It will die at some point. So you gotta have some kind of plan in mind for redundancy and a backup. So a NAS is just the logical next step, because normally in a NAS you're gonna be running some form of RAID on it, just in case like a hard drive fails. So at least you got that covered. I mean, it's not a backup, but at least it gives you redundancy, you know. And then if you want a backup, then, well, you gotta set it up, obviously. Okay, so let's see, what did I do wrong here? That was actually a big mistake right there. Okay. I guess technically just do a normal combo there, right? Oh my god. No. No, no. End player control. I need this moment right here. Okay. Now that would have been the easy. Just heavy donkey kick in that spot does work as well. Yeah, you gotta be a bit careful with these combos. I'd not pay a single dime to Capcom after season 4. That's how ugly the costumes. What do you mean? You wouldn't pay a single dime for season 4 because of what costume? Yo, Press Vegeta, what's up, my man? Wait, weren't you there before? Did you just join? Did you forget about me? Unbelievable. I'm not there for like 3 days and I'm forgotten already. What happened to the game? Did it just crash? It's Infinite Tatsu for sure, yep. The game literally, like... Should I restart? Like, what do I do? Oh, boy. You know, one thing that was really good, though, about yesterday was at least I was able to... like relax a little bit with the family. I was actually surprised by how much my son was happy to watch like the World Cup match for Germany, the first one. So we ended up being able to watch that. Like initially I didn't have any plans to watch that at all. Actually, like I was supposed to do commentary at Saltmine League. And I told Redis on Saturday I felt horrible. I had like these, like I really felt like I had like a bad cold, and on Sunday it really wasn't any better. And I told him, dude, I cannot do a stream like that. I'm still noticing that I'm just barely able to do this. Hopefully by tomorrow it's gonna be better though. Game crashed. It could be because of allergies, maybe, yeah. Maybe, it's hard to say. I hope by tomorrow, I did go to the doctor today. And hopefully when I get my meds tomorrow, it's going to be at least a little bit better. Okay, like, it's not even, like, Steam isn't even detecting that I stopped the game. This is a really bad sign. Like, what's going on? I don't think I've ever had Street Fighter 6 crash in this fashion. You will pay to have drive tech costumes to get out of your account, but you can already do that. Like you can force a specific costume onto your opponents, right? So if you don't like the drive tech costumes, then you don't have to look at them if you don't want to. What's funny is it did it after you just finished talking about the importance of redundancy. You know what's even funnier? Capcom actually did corrupt my data, or Steam, or I don't even know who the provider or the cloud provider is. No, actually, it must be Capcom, because I think the data isn't even stored locally, because if it was stored locally, it wouldn't have been lost. At one point, when I started Street Fighter, out of nowhere, okay, my PC didn't have any issue, okay? The game notified me that my data was lost. So I actually had to recreate my avatar and everything. Like, it literally looked like I've never played Street Fighter before. Like Street Fighter 6. And that did not happen after I reinstalled the game or anything. No, I just started the game and my PC was perfectly healthy, no hard drive issues or whatever. And the game literally started by telling me, sorry, we fucked up, we lost your data. I'm like, what? How does that happen? I've never had a game do that. Give me a second. My mouse is dying, by the way. Did it die again? Wait, even the music is broken, isn't it? Du kommst hier nicht rein, ja? Okay, like seriously though, wait, what do I even do here? Is anybody else having issues like this right now? Can anyone, like, what are the other streamers doing? Or players, like, is anyone playing right now? Can you guys tell me if this is all right? It's a sign I'm supposed to be quitting the game. Roland, good to see you, my man. Also, Charlie, what's up? Yassine, how's it going? It's a sign I'm supposed to be stopping. God. No, like seriously, like, wait a minute. Like, I'm gonna... Okay, we're gonna be, like... I'm gonna be quitting the game, and I'm gonna verify the game files, okay? Like, what am I supposed to do here? Verify the integrity of the game files. And what's crazy is if I Alt F4, Steam doesn't notice that I stopped the game. Like, I manually have to tell Steam that I stopped playing. So let's verify game files, okay? Like, honestly, maybe something is broken. And maybe it is my heart, like my SSD after all, you know? Maybe something is actually breaking on my PC. Or maybe, hey, what I have not considered, did you know that Windows 10 is technically an unsupported platform for Street Fighter 6 right now? I'm technically playing on an unsupported platform. Is anybody else playing on Windows 10 still? Am I the only one left? Is it time to upgrade? What the hell? At the kernel level, Windows 11 is just Windows 10. At least it was when it was first released. I mean, that's been a while, you know? I mean, having like OSs like build on top of each other isn't exactly like a brand new thing. Broski, I'm getting a raid right now from you for real when literally the game doesn't work for me. Thanks a lot. I'm verifying the integrity of the game files right now, guys. So stay tuned, okay? Thanks for the raid. And welcome, everyone. Yeah, so we're having an interesting problem right now. After like 2 matches today, it suddenly wouldn't load back into the main menu. I'm not sure if anybody else was having issues. Was Broski having any technical issues today? Because I genuinely cannot tell if it's on my end or if the game is just not stable right now. Was it fine on Broski's end? I mean, him losing games is not exactly what I just asked. Okay, let's see. I mean, supposedly files are all right. I verified game files and it's fine. Like, it didn't actually have an issue. This game was fine. Okay, so let me start again. The files check at least ran and did not discover any issues. Let's see. There was one CFN good moment with disconnect. Okay, but it just disconnected, right? I genuinely got stuck in the loading screen. That is really odd, you know? Okay, so let's start again and see if it's any better, you know? I mean, I was actually telling chat right now, I'm still using Windows 10. So I was like, okay, wait a minute, is this maybe the point where something broke because of that? But I highly doubt it. Like, there wasn't any patch for Street Fighter 6, right? So on the current patch, my like Windows 10 is not having an issue right now. But technically, I'm playing on an unsupported platform right now. So look, if I go to fighting around, like, it actually got locked up. So let's see if it happens again. Please? Okay, I think last time I was not able to get here, right? I think I'm good. I think we're good, guys. We got it fixed. The avatar was literally made with random. There's a random avatar button. I literally just clicked random avatar and hit OK. Jumbo versus Jimbo. Really? He's holding up. It's not good. Guys, this is not good. One OD and I'm done. Unbelievable mistake. He really let me do that. Don't jump there. Really? Putting ourselves in burnout there. Okay. Nope. Give me those points. Yeah, honestly, like Windows 11, I really don't want to switch to Windows 11. I was considering going a Linux only build, and technically I wouldn't have any issues with that. I mean, on a personal level, I wouldn't have any issues with that. I am pretty experienced with Linux. The only problem I have is my stream and editing especially. There are certain apps that I cannot currently avoid using unless I make some massive changes, you know? That is honestly sad. Whoa, okay, bro. So, I mean, I have my stream separated into like the gaming and the streaming PC. So running Street Fighter on Windows 11 wouldn't really be an issue. As long as I can have my streaming and my personal PC on Linux, I thought, okay, I can do this, right? But there are actually multiple like programs that I really need that are currently not properly available on Linux. So I'm considering dual booting into like Windows 11 for work and then Linux for, well, private stuff. You can whine, sure, but what you won't get is GPU acceleration, for example, on Vegas Pro for editing. I was considering like, okay, I guess at some point I gotta switch to something like DaVinci Resolve for editing. That would be much better supported on a Linux, you know. But Vegas Pro, like as far like I haven't tried it yet, you know. But as far as I can tell, that's not a great one to well use with wine. Do I work in software? I'm technically a software developer. I studied computational linguistics, and I'm personally really interested in this kind of stuff, which is why I have considered making like a secondary channel on YouTube. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that, where we discuss, well, home lab stuff, you know? I convinced a friend to swap from CapCut to DaVinci Resolve when CapCut went away in the US for a bit, and she never went back. I'm sure I'm gonna have a great time with DaVinci Resolve. The only real issue that I personally have is I actually automated a lot of the editing processes because like Vegas Pro has an API that you can use, and I automated certain processes, which I was very, very happy about, you know? And I think in DaVinci Resolve, at least partially, I can do the same thing. But the problem is, it would be a lot of work. And moving from Vegas Pro with all my scripts and everything, and then translating that to DaVinci Resolve and getting that to work, that would probably take a while. I could run a Windows VM on Linux. Do you think that would actually work properly and fine with proper like one aspect that's actually really important to me is render times. Like, do you actually think that in a VM environment I could get that to work properly without, well, being unhappy about it? What's the issue with Windows 11 anyways? Well, Microsoft, that's really the issue. I mean, I can't exactly say that I've been a happy customer of Microsoft over the last couple of years, you know? Really? Yo, Abdullah Khalid, what's up, my man? Good to see you. Like, I totally understand for like your average person, you're like, okay, you're kind of stuck with like either Microsoft or Apple, you know? But if you're comfortable with Linux, you know, honestly, on a private, like, especially if you, like, no, what am I doing? Linux is kind of cheeks in a lot of ways. True. I mean, that's like the downside of like there are always pros and cons for every system, you know? Really? Really? Overhead. Smart. You gotta be into tinkering, right? I mean, most of the problems with people have with Windows can just be turned off. As I said, there are pros and cons, and I feel like Windows 11 especially, like, well, definitely, like, I kind of drew the line when Microsoft starting to say, hey, we're snapshotting literally everything that you're doing, you know, for convenience, you know, and didn't see that as a massive red flag for privacy, you know. And they're like, wait, you can turn that shit off, you know. It's always the first step. Microsoft introduces some kind of new BS way to harvest your data, and then they give you a toggle to turn it off. Then later down the line, the toggle disappears, and you actually have to, like, literally use some kind of obscure script to turn it off somehow in the background. Like, there's no UI element anymore for that, you know? And then you notice that Windows Update will actually bring back some of the functionality that you broke earlier on purpose because you don't want the feature, you know? And then at some point I'm like, okay, why do I want to bother with all of that? why do I want that? I don't want that. Well, how about I have an OS that isn't like connected to some massive corporation and literally like communicates and like looks at my personal stuff like that, you know? Like, why do I need to do that? I don't need to do that. Like, literally just self-host your shit, you know, and put Linux on there and actually stay in control of, well, how much privacy violations you want to endure, you know? I mean, I get it, by the way. I think there's a perfectly reasonable case to be made when you're like, okay, wait a minute, I can actually give up some privacy and I get a lot of convenience for it, okay? I think in a lot of cases it's a fair trade. It's a good trade to make, even. But with Microsoft, I mean, as I said, the line, we've reached an interesting point where Microsoft really doesn't deserve any trust. Exactly. When did Microsoft ever deserve trust? All I'm saying is there's no reason. There's no reason for me to be like, okay, like, if I can make the switch, I should make the switch, you know? The problem is, for my streaming, I don't think I can make the switch, which is really annoying. Could have done a exactly. If you're a power user and you know what you're doing, Linux is the way to go. I mean, there are plenty of decisions that you have to make under Linux anyways, you know? It's not like it's a no-brainer, you know? Like, you still gotta do a lot of work. Dispatchy. I actually disagree. I do not think Linux is easy. I think it's an overstatement to say that. I mean, even Windows is too difficult for a layman, you know? Like, if you actually need to set up Windows for the first time, like, I don't know, have you, like, and someone, like, for, like, an old person, like, it's like you're doing some kind of magic, you know? Okay, I really need to learn anti-airing again, my bad. Most people are going to know what a desktop environment is. True. I mean, honestly, I think you can set up Linux nowadays to work pretty similarly to Windows, and like put like someone who's familiar with Windows and be like, hey, pretend like this is Windows, okay? And it's not really Windows, but you'll figure it out. And someone who actually knows at least a little bit about PCs, you know? I think people are like that are gonna be fine, you know? But the person who literally needs a step-by-step guide on how to open a browser, you know? They're not gonna be happy if you tell them, hey, just install Linux. What's the big deal? Yeah, no, they're not gonna be happy. Last time I tried to install Windows on a NVMe, I had to remove all of my hard drives because Windows didn't like it for some reason. Yeah, I also noticed that I actually have a really bad setup with my NVMe. Oh, really? You got it first? Okay. Okay. That's fine. Still alive, though. Still alive, though. Oh. Unbelievable. What am I doing? Oh boy, I could have lost this one. Stone vessel, always vesseling my stones, you know? Really? Really? That's fine. Oh, good thinking right there. He really did it. Ryu King, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I need some drive gauge. Oh boy.
comes a new challenger.
When did you last touch Linux? Because that statement is objectively wrong. No Linux of the past decade plus requires touching the kernel to add drivers. Apparently I missed some stuff. Double perfect against Sultan with the micro walk combo. Man, so satisfying. A what? Wait, what? Why did I block that? Ah, a little bit too greedy. I couldn't block that for sure. I was just convinced he just wouldn't go for that. Holy jump ins, Jimmy, yeah? You know? And the eyes, you know. I got the eye of the tiger. The jungle version of Ryu's level 3 is always awesome to hit. It's really good actually as well. Previously, it was only there to style on the opponent. Nowadays, it's a legit option that you can choose if you want to prioritize Oki, you know? It's not a bad option at all. I have been challenged against the Sagat. They buffed the damage on the non-cutscene version. Yeah, exactly. It used to do a somewhat low damage, so it was really not worth it. But nowadays, it's almost the same damage, almost. Whoa, okay. Kaigani. Maybe a mistake, we'll see. Oh, probably fine. Should've done DP, I guess. Snickers, what's up? Only eat rice. How's it going? I think I couldn't have killed him if I had done the full thing, right? Maybe I could have. Maybe I should have done that. You won your first tournament, congrats! Only eat rice, good job, good job. Always a good feeling, right? Oh, I almost got that DI. Okay. Uh-oh, it's not good. That was not good. I think he could have killed me there. Oh, okay, that was not necessary. Okay. Okay, more patience. We need more patience. He's not gonna go in. He's happy playing the fireball game, so let him do that. Good ground game. Unbelievable jumps and reads in general. I didn't do anything, really. Oh. Oh boy. No, he's not a Smurf. I know who this is. It's just DJ Sonny, you know? Sometimes it be like that. GG's. But an air combo. You like that one, right? That was a good one. So Flub or Floob, first of his name, welcome. New here, I only know you from your YouTube shorts, but they're consistently entertaining. How long you been playing Street Fighter? Oh, for a very long time. Since Street Fighter 4. Technically Street Fighter 2 as a kid, but not really seriously.
Papa,
Was machst du hier?
Mama hat wie ich gemacht.
Was hat sie gemacht?
Sie hat auch so gemacht wie ich am Tisch.
Tisch?
Ja,
Was denn?
das mit der Zunge auf
Der Zunge? Mit welcher Zunge?
Zunge von.
Was hat's
Das
gemacht?
was ich gemacht
Was hast du denn gemacht?
am Esstisch.
Weißt du nicht, was du mit deiner Zunge gemacht hast? Lass das mal, mach's nicht kaputt.
Das gemacht.
Ich weiß nicht, was du gemacht hast. Ich weiß nicht, was du wann gemacht hast.
Das am Tisch.
Wann?
Als ich die Flasche danach wohin hochgehoben habe. Bei meinem Kopf. Danach. Ja.
Das hat sie gemacht?
Ja.
Ah ja, okay. Gut. So. So. Gute Nacht, ja?
Ja.
Gehst du schlafen, ja?
Ich glaube ja, aber
Gleich.
ich will.
Ja, aber... Guck mal, machst du die Tür zu? Gute Nacht, schlaf gut, ja? My boy. My boy. Definitely not a Smurf, just old and suck at Street Fighter 6. Yep, definitely true. Rogar. Timmy, warum sagst du mir nicht, dass mein Abo abgelaufen ist? Ich verzeihe dir für dieses Mal. Ja, musst du gucken, ne? Musst du selber dafür sorgen. Shady, I have played Sizer today, yeah. I thought it was your Smurf. I do not know who that is, no. It could be anyone, any of the strong players, you know? Powder Toast Man, yeah, my boy, definitely growing up fast. I just started the game and I'm now silver rank. What is your biggest advice to progress? Taking it slow and at your own pace. And in general, if you want to actually get better, I think early on, people have the misconception that you need to be like, learn every combo or something like that, but you really don't. The biggest problem is like obviously if you want to make progress with your combos, that's gonna well genuinely make you get further, you know, but your defense is something that you really gotta think about as well. If you, for example, if you can consistently stop your opponent from jumping in at you, you're gonna like jump from silver rank to diamond right away. Just from being able to prevent the opponent from jumping in on you, if you punish him every time, you're gonna have a lot of success. So take it easy, and don't try to be too complicated, you know? Simplify it instead. Rogar, thank you so much for the 9 months, my man. I'm not playing on keyboard, no. I'm playing on a Corsair Nova Blade Pro leverless. Do I recommend it? It has some issues, but there are things about it that I really love. I guess you can't really go wrong with it, but it definitely has issues. Nico-chan, gambatte kudasai. Hai, gambarimasu. Oops. Oh, I should have known. That was a Wendy moment. Wendy was here. No BS. Okay. No, what am I doing? Okay. He's still gonna lose here. Go to power. Told you guys, he's still gonna lose. This is the controller, okay? It's technically wireless, but believe it or not, my gaming PC at the moment has a lot of the USB, like the just the USB connectors, not connectors. What do you call the USB? What do you call them? Oh my god, I'm not braining today. Just the port. Oh my god, the USB ports. A lot of them are broken for some reason. I cannot connect the Wi-Fi dongle, and I'm using the wire because like it goes really far back into the PC. I'm not sure. Actually, technically, I should be able to use the same port for the Wi-Fi dongle, but I've had some issues with it. I can confirm it's the PC. My PC is having really weird issues. But technically you can play wirelessly and it's gonna work just fine. I've tested that with low input lag, so that's one of the big advantages of this one. If you're interested, here's a link you can try. I think like my links should work nowadays as well because my NAS is up and running, so this should work, right? Yeah, it does work.
A new warrior has entered the ring.
Too many Shoryukens for today. What do you mean? As long as they're hitting, everything is good, right?
Round one.
Really?
Round two. Fight.
There we go. Yo, Big Joe, what's up? so good. Is it 10 years more or just these 3 plus 7 more years? It's, I guess, 3 plus 7. We'll see though. That was really good. Street Fighter 7 is not confirmed. They just said that they'll be bothering, like, updating the game from time to time for the next 7 years. Or at least that's the plan, you know? They might pull the plug earlier. All of a sudden he's on match point. I thought for sure he's gonna back jump here, but no. GG's. That's not bad. They're not stubborn with the balance. They literally don't have a development team. That's the problem. I don't know like how many times we should we should say this, but genuinely what I'm really most shocked about is the lack of people calling out Capcom for how they are prioritizing like resources. Genuinely, I feel like people shouldn't be saying that well, Capcom doesn't want to change anything. Like, Capcom doesn't like revenue. Yeah, for sure. Like, that's not the problem. Capcom likes revenue. So if Capcom likes revenue, in theory, we should have seen 20 Chun-Li swimsuit costume variations by now. But we haven't seen that. So what's the big deal? Well, they're developing something else. They're like, no, we can make even more money if we actually have the same developers develop something for Monster Hunter. You know? I honestly think it boils down to that simple fact. I think at the end of the day, it's that simple. It's just prioritization of their own internal resources, because outsourcing is much more difficult nowadays, now that they move to having all the important IPs on the RE engine. The Jabberwock, I know they're not wrong. Capcom isn't even wrong about that. Still, like, at least I hope Capcom has plans to expand, because clearly, if you have so many different successful IPs to juggle, and I know people don't like to hear that, but Street Fighter 6, is a very successful IP, you know? Like, it's one of the most successful IPs that Capcom has. And it's just mind-blowing to me that they don't have resources for this. They really need more developers for this. I was surprised to discover that Street Fighter 6 has sold more than Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Street Fighter is very popular. Obviously, it doesn't play in the same league as Resident Evil and Monster Hunter, but come on, like, it just feels unbelievably terrible having the most successful Street Fighter game ever to have the worst support. Like, in what world do we live where this makes sense? You know what I mean? And I genuinely, I just wish we talk a little bit more about that. I mean, I talk about it all the time, but I feel like the community doesn't even see the big picture. I feel like, honestly, most people genuinely believe Capcom is just being lazy. They're not lazy. They like money. They are a company. They're set up to make money. They're supposed to be making a good product, so the customers, that's us, buy the stuff that they're making, okay? And if you have a company that isn't doing that, if the monetization isn't there for a successful product, then there's only one logical answer for why this is happening. It's happening because they don't have the resources. The resources that they have has been prioritized and delegated to a different team, a different product, a different IP that can make them more money. That's the only logical reason. I think they're trying to get as much out of the game in its current state before they start putting funds and effort into it. That's not how it works. Like Capcom isn't losing money on costumes. They could be leaving the gameplay as is and give us 20 million costumes. Why isn't that not happening? Really? And Ed, very annoying. Saving content as a failsafe to save a dying game just makes you less money. What do you mean? No, like seriously, what do you think Capcom, like why are they not making content for the game? Like some people talk about this as if Capcom is losing money on DLC sales. That makes no sense. I know, this is why I asked the Jabberwock. I genuinely didn't understand your comment. I wasn't punished, just barely. Oh God. There's almost no way to make that come back. Why people think that Street Fighter 6 is being mistreated? Because it's the most successful Street Fighter game, but it has the least support out of any prior Street Fighter game. Let's say modern Street Fighter game, okay? Out of Street Fighter 4, 5, and 6, it's by far the most successful one, and it has the least support in every metric.
Hi Jane. I don't know if it was discussed before, but were you surprised to hear that over 70% of the SF6's player base is 15 to 25 years old? It definitely was news to me.
Okay, that just genuinely killed me, not getting the back fierce there. Okay, come back, scumbag, come back. Costi, thanks a lot for the support. I don't know if it was discussed before, but were you surprised to hear that over 70% of the Street Fighter 6 player base is 15 to 25 years old? It definitely was news to me. I mean, I have not checked, but I thought it was obvious, considering the huge success of Street Fighter 6 in Japan And in general, if you have all of a sudden an exploding player base, then obviously a big chunk of the player base has to be new players, right? It can't be the old folks because then it would just have similar numbers to the previous entry. So, like, if you have more players, then obviously, and this was one of the big problems for Street Fighter. The younger generation didn't even know about Street Fighter, you know? Like, my neighbor's kids, you know, they know about Tekken, they know about Mortal Kombat, but they did not know Street Fighter. I mean, to be fair, that was like 10 years ago, you know? But, you know, like, we're slowly moving into a direction where Street Fighter is known a little bit better again by younger people. Costi, of course, you're also gonna have a 62-year-old getting into Street Fighter, but it's mostly not those guys, you know? In Street Fighter 4 and 5, they add a lot of characters and costumes, but why not in 6? Exactly, why not? And I genuinely believe, like, people are misled, partially by Capcom, when they say, well, the quality is just so high now. Like, no, it's not the quality. It doesn't take you several months to make 2 costumes because of the quality. It takes you several months to make 2 costumes because you have 0.5 developers working on stuff. You have half a developer. So if you have half a developer, that's less than 1 developer. The minimum requirement to actually get stuff done. Do you disagree with this, by the way? Like, who was it again? Who was it again who made the comment earlier? God, I already... Dispatchy, right? Dispatch, it was you, right? One thing that I think is obvious is that the game is successful. Okay? But another thing that is really important to understand is there should be more content because it's successful, not despite of it. I think it's totally insane when I hear people say, well, why should Capcom make content for the game if the game is successful? Well, no, it's the other way around. Capcom needs to make make content for games that are successful because those are going to be the ones bringing you the most revenue. Isn't that obvious? Like, wait, like, do actually people think that you should be focusing your resources on dead games? Why would you do that? There's no competition though. Like, so what? Exactly, there's no competition. Monetize the shit out of your product. What are you doing? What are you doing? Why does everything have to be a live service? Street Fighter has been a live service type of game before live service type of games existed. And the reason is obvious. Because the whole game, the whole idea of a fighting game revolves around getting new characters, getting people excited. It naturally fits into this category because people want something exciting every once in a while. Every year or so, you need to have something people are going to be excited about. Like, like anyone thinking that a fighting game is best released as a hey, here are all the characters that were planned for the next 7 years, and you're going to be able to play them on day one. Nobody is going to be happy about that. Nobody. Smash is an exception because, Smash is an exception. But even Smash, like what? We have one entry where it worked like that? Kinda worked like that? And even, wait, that's not even true. Smash did see new entries. Yeah, but you already have the 70 characters out of the 80. True, but as I said, I think Smash Ultimate is a pretty big exception because like Nintendo is in a pretty unique spot when it comes to like something like that. You know you're going to be shipping like millions of copies of your console or millions of units. You're going to be selling them, and almost everyone who you're selling to is going to be buying Smash. You know, the game is going to be a success. So if you give them everything, you know, Nintendo doesn't need to worry about monetization. And even then, even when they brought the game out with 70 characters, they still monetize the game further, you know. But as I said, I think Smash Ultimate is a special exception, you know, within the community. It's hard to compare to anything else, you know. But as a standard rule, in a Street Fighter game, what you want is you want to release the game in a solid state, have the online be functional, have the single player content be rewarding for new players and players who are not interested in competitive fighting games, you know. So they like someone who's buying the game, not interested in like, well, winning Capcom Cup, needs to feel like they got their money's worth, you know. So that is really important. And then obviously the gameplay needs to be fun and entertaining, and then have like a diverse cast of characters. Some of them have to be newcomers, and a lot of them have to be fan favorites. And then you have a solid foundation you build upon, you know. Then you release, let's say, 6 characters per year. Then every other month you're going to be having an exciting release, you know. You bring in new costumes because you want to monetize the game, you know. I don't understand what the problem is. Honestly, like, I know what the problem is. The problem is Monster Hunter sells even more copies, so let's have the developers there. But it's obvious that the game could see a lot more support if Capcom well, had more resources, you know. But they don't. It's the only thing that makes sense. And that's the frustrating part. The game is so good. Like, anyone who's trying to claim that the game is dying and oh my god, if they like the game is dead, nobody's playing. No. Everybody's playing Street Fighter 6. In fact, Street Fighter 6 is so successful, it's actually making other fighting games literally die because of that. You know, that's how successful the game is. And that's exactly why I'm saying, hey, this can't be it. The game deserves more than that. The game deserves more content. And I would love to see that. I would just love to see more support for the most successful fighting game. The only one that has an esports scene, you know, the only one that is really more than just a single player experience that you release and hope to get 10 million copies sold. Uppercut. Uppercut. Rip City of the Wolves. I think partially it's probably because Street Fighter 6 is so dominant. It's true. I mean, SNK did make some mistakes, but at the same time, it's kind of sad to see because I genuinely believe the game deserves playtime, you know? Okay. Oh boy, oh boy. That's how I get wrecked. I'm not quite sure about that. Do you really think that's the case? I don't think the visuals... Do you guys really think the visuals of City of the Wolves are actually a problem? I don't think so. I really don't think that's the issue. I think the game looks fantastic. But I can see, like, let's say like a newcomer to fighting games, I can see them preferring other styles. So I'm not gonna be like, I'm not entirely dismissive of the argument. It could be part of the problem, which is honestly a shame because I think the art style looks amazing. Definitely a winning moment right there. How many hard kicks can you do in a row? Hi T-God, what's up my man? You know what I believe? I believe actually the biggest problem for City of the Wolves is genuinely the market for a fighting game is really tough. And it's especially tough for an IP that most people don't know about anymore today. So I think City of the Wolves is having a problem because of that specifically. But at the same time, I think if SNK can actually keep up the momentum, they can turn it around. I think like let's be real. The developer support for City of the Wolves is like Street Fighter 6 is a joke in comparison. you know? And I think if they can keep it up, at some point the tides are gonna, like, it's gonna flip, you know? There's a certain point that you need to get through or get over. Yo, Arda, what's up, my man? How many hours do you have in Street Fighter 6 now? Like what, 1,400 or so? Maybe a bit of a risk because he's not dead, but close enough. Sakaku, good to see you. Still not legend. This guy is interesting. How many hours of playtime do I actually have? Let's check. So 1,270, yeah, 1,416 if you count practice, I guess. Arda taking advantage of your emotes. Love that. We need Balrog, you know? I'm getting F'd in the A right now. Really? Not a punish? That's okay. Could have killed again if I had done the driver's cancel or DP, honestly. I've been missing these. Who's this Jimmy? Actually at 1900. Yep, stack. It'd be like that. It's Jimmy from Universe 6. Whoa, not in range. Wow. Can I just hard kick there, by the way? Let me see. Honestly, I've never had to block this before, so I'm not quite sure. I taught Jimmy everything he knows. I mean, you've been there for a while, you know, but I'm not quite sure if that's entirely accurate to claim, you know. LCD. Oh, man. Mommy. She looks like a hot mom in the costume. She looks like an ugly one in costume 1, though. Yeah, I can just hard kick, okay. Like, even Monster Hunter 3 on the freaking Wii was more of a live service game because it has this entire online mode with exclusive content that you cannot play any of anymore without hacking it up. Let me see. Jimmy spitting. Press. Yeah, the Balrog comment, you like that one, right? City of the Wolves isn't really dead. It's not dead. Of course it's not dead. Of course it's not dead. But considering like Dispatchy, like considering like the developer support, it's disappointing to see that the game isn't more successful than it is. Than it like that I think that's like the main point, you know? Let me see. Like, you guys had a discussion about. I definitely want to comment a little bit more on this live service type of game stuff. You know. I think the whole argument revolving around like people getting. If there's one thing that we cannot really claim over the years is that Capcom has been part of the problematic DLC companies, you know? When basically single player experiences were turned into like half the story gets cut away so they can resell it to you via DLC, right? Capcom hasn't really been notorious in that regard, and the funny part is if you take a look at the monetization for Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo, okay, like that was like the most egregious version of DLC practices where they forced you to rebuy the entire game.
Round 1. Fight.
Really?
Round 2. Fight.
Okay, there we go. If we can beat him, honestly, I'm gonna be very happy about that. Why did I get better? Like, I'm literally not playing the fucking game right now. How am I getting better at the game? How's that possible? Oh, okay, that killed me. Jimmy is 6'7", but identifies as 3'7". The funny part is I'm actually 37. It's not even a joke. So good joke right there. The fuck? Ah! What a match! What a match! Didn't quite close it out, but hey, good set, good set. Live service isn't bad if the game can still function if online goes away. I genuinely believe like this is part of the problem, you know? People have like memorized this whole idea of live service as being some kind of scam, you know? The truth is, some types of games, it just makes more sense to do it with compared to others. And the crazy part about this is Capcom has always recognized that you need DLC to build up a legacy in fighting games, and they have done that in the most egregious fashion possible in Street Fighter 2 because they just kept re-releasing the game. Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Street Fighter 2, Hyper Street Fighter 2, you know, like they kept just re-releasing the same shit and just added a couple of bunch of stuff new, you know, and then called it a day. Because back then we didn't actually have, well, DLC to patch, like you couldn't patch a game, right? So Capcom never jumped on this DLC train with Street Fighter. They recognize that's a good monetization model, and a good monetization model means that the players and the company making it are profiting from it. And it's exactly how Street Fighter has always been set up, and honestly it's exactly how any of the popular fighting games are set up, not because the developers are greedy, but because the type of game is just makes sense to make it do it like that. But that's because fighting games aren't allowed to live offline anymore. It's sad. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that though. Like, what are you expecting? Are you expecting people to go to the arcades to meet up? Honestly, I would prefer that to online play. I think it's part of a big problem in our society that we're basically online, or we don't really get to well, experience social interactions. You know, I mean, I have 2 kids, and both of them, they have very little contact with, like, I don't know, social media or anything like that. They're essentially just kids. They meet up with the people they met in kindergarten, and they just play, you know? There's no tablet that we have around here. There's no, like, you know, they don't live isolated yet. That's the sad part about it. And that's the funny part about it as well, you know? We're all really connected through the internet, but in reality, a lot of people actually get isolated, ironically, because of it. But like, I think it's unfair to Street Fighter 6 to just say, hey, the game would just die if you just pull the plug. I don't think that's because of Street Fighter 6. I mean, you can play versus mode still, you know, if you pull the plug. So it's an entirely, like, a problem made by society, if anything, you know? Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you have a local community for anything, it's much more likely you're going to be checking out the game, right? I mean, that's just obvious. So yeah, with that being said, guys, I think I'm gonna send you guys to Eye Domination.
Yeah, I'll probably get it.
Call me a boomer, but I miss arcades and arcade machines. I mean, the crazy part is in Germany, we didn't really have arcades, so I don't really know how it's like, what it's like. But I agree. I honestly think it would be cool to have people actually gather in real life, but that's just not going to happen. This patchy, honestly, I think if any, like, the only reason why the Smash community gets dunked on is because they're younger, and young males tend to be really fucking clueless. Okay, like, believe me when I'm telling you that young males that like they obviously if you grind for 5 or 10 hours in front of a console and you're sweating like a madman, you're not going to be smelling very well after that, right? But the crazy part about this is you'll not notice it. You know, you will not notice that yourself. And if you're young, it's especially obvious that you're going to be having people judge you, and you're not, because you're clueless.
Snake eyes.
And honestly, I don't like this bashing of the Smash community as a result.
Chat visible. They respond to an off-screen chat like it's a private convo.
Jimmy, watching for 2 years. Why does everyone else stream suck? Punk, Snake Eyes, Chris all have their face in the middle of the fucking screen with no chat visible. They respond to an off-screen chat like it's a private convo. Everybody has a different style, you know? And to be fair, a long time ago, like I actually did not have chat visible as well. And the main reason why I brought it in is actually because if you go back to any stream of mine, you know, you're supposed to be able to see what chat was thinking, you know, to follow along properly. So yeah, different priorities, you know. But yeah, thank you so much for the $20, by the way. That's a big amount, my man. Count Orlock, really appreciate it, my man. Jimmy, you talk all that and look special, Ed, my guy. I have no idea what you tried to tell me, but Madden Goon 8888, okay? If you're looking to goon to something, you know, you can definitely check out my Pro Player Sets channel. Lots of gooning material right there. And now that my NAS is now up and running again, and I'm back, okay? And Pro Player Sets is gonna be getting a lot of content now again, okay? So definitely check it out. I'm not on TrueNAS, no. My twin brother is actually on TrueNAS. I'm on Synology. I have a 4x 16 terabytes with RAID 5 that current, I think it's 43 terabytes usable, something like that. So yeah, let me see. I actually briefly switched to AV1 encoding, and I went back to well, H.264. No, H.264 actually. The AV1 has too many downsides, at least nowadays still, for me to really move over to it entirely. The space benefit that I'm getting for a better quality is just not worth it for now. At some point I might move to it. I'll probably move to it. I mean, on YouTube I do stream with AV1 encoding actually. So I am actively using it, but only for special cases, you know. For the footage that I'm saving, I tried AV1 for a while and I didn't like it, and I moved back for now. But I'm definitely open to moving over to AV1 entirely at some point. Yeah, the Jabberwock. There are some downsides to it, you know. Like it's. I think if my PC was a little bit better, maybe I wouldn't care as much, you know. At the moment, like I have enough space, you know, so I'll take the like what 10-20% bigger file size that I get with H.264 and get a much easier format to work with, you know. MDZ Moody, No Bang Theory, what's up? Also, Cronus, it's been a while. Good to see you, my man. Say hi to Moody for me. I will. Good to see you, my man. Hope you're still doing great, my man. It's been a while. We need the Moody command, right, Prez? Still don't have it. I haven't set up the bot properly yet. It's long gone. It's not gone. I actually have the command saved. I just haven't implemented it yet. Don't worry about it. I actually still have access to all the commands. I can get every command back if you have a specific one that you want to have back. The quotes are technically all still there. Yes, I just have not saved them into the new bot, but they're not gone. I still have them. What's a huge balance issue? Yeah, my definitely have two huge balance issues, you know? For tilt. So yeah, with that being said, guys, that's gonna be it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Longer stream, very likely tomorrow as well. So I hope you're looking forward to that. So yeah, if you've been wondering about the YouTube channel, I had a lot of technical issues lately. My hard drive died on my NAS. I had to actually delete the entire volume and the storage that I had and redo everything from scratch. Because of that, everything went kind of slow, both the stream and the YouTube content. Now I'm fully recovered now, and YouTube content coming up, coming up soon. More streams, longer streams, you'll get all of that for the rest of the month, okay? So thanks a lot for tuning in. If you do want to watch the YouTube, here is the YouTube channel if you haven't already followed. Definitely check it out. As I said, the Pro Player Sets channel is there for the people who want to see interesting sets, and if you want to see Mai's huge balancing problems, you can definitely check out the Pro Player Sets channel for that. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to be sending you over to IDOM, and I will see you hopefully by tomorrow, Have a good one. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.